A little bit of formality. If you haven't yet been to the gents and the ladies, so so without further ado, we've had a bit of a think about Mum and some words that apply to her. And so we'll get Sophie to kick off.
Thanks, guys. Like the encouragement. So we're all going to say a few things about Mum, and the first is that she's been... Oh, bit of shush in the back, please. Where is she?
She's here.
She's here. She's looking...
Come to the front, Mama.
She's looking quite terrified. I don't know. It's all good.
We
like a lot of bad things over the years.
We really like you, Mum. It's okay.
First is that Mum has been an inspiration and a role model to us. It can't have been easy raising three girls, as delightful as we all are at all times. She raised three of us. We were all very strong-willed, but instilled in us a sense of passion and ambition and drive, a really strong sense of family, and the true value of friendship. Mum is one of those pioneering women who has really taught us that women can and do anything and everything, and we all try to take that into our lives every day.
I've got to say, though, she's set the benchmark pretty high, and as much as we try, it's pretty hard to get close to the amazing Kim. You are an amazing inspiration, Mum.
Okay, I'm going to cry in about 1 second. That's all right.
Mum is a style queen. She's probably the most stylish woman that we know. She's a true lady. She never leaves the house without her hair and makeup done. In fact, if you buzz at the door at 2 a.m, she'll probably greet you in a ball gown. She's got amazing fashion sense and always looks absolutely divine, and her home is always immaculate. One of my friends calls it Vogue Living. Are you going and staying at Vogue Living this weekend? And with her home, it has always been a home. She's always welcomed our friends with open arms, and everybody loves to come and stay at Kim's. It's like staying in a very fancy hotel. And she's also the only woman who can pull off an amazing array of hats. If you haven't seen her hat collection, please help yourself later for a little bit of extra theatre to your outfit.
So she's also seriously clever, our Mum. She's very successful, she's very intelligent, and she's always worked so hard. Again, your career and your achievements have been an incredible inspiration to us, and never give up trying, always learn new things, do incredible things. For those who don't know, Mum was Dux of her school. She was unbelievable. Woohoo! I mean, that's unbelievable. And she never brags either, like, so classy. And amongst all the millions of things that she's done in her career and in our schooling life, namely, she was an amazing nurse and then became an amazing mum to us. She ran one of the most successful IVF clinics in Australia for almost 20 years. She was the head of research and ethics at Prince of Wales Hospital for a number of years, made so many big, important changes, and also was so inspiring to her own team that they left in protest when she left. An unbelievable thing of support. I don't know any teams that would do that these days. And now she's the beloved Madam President of the BDCU, which I know we're all so proud of, and we've met so many of you through that. We're really proud of you, Mum. She's also savvy, though. There's clever Kim, and then there's just savvy and wise Kim, who just knows exactly what to say to just wrap up a situation that she might not want to deal with. And as her daughters, our favourite example of that is shoes. Whenever, and this was often, as teenagers, we needed new shoes. We needed new shoes a lot, apparently.
For parties and not for school.
Yeah, we of course couldn't wear last season's shoes. We needed new shoes. Mum would go, darling, if they're looking at your shoes, there's something wrong with your head. Which, of course, we said, I don't need new shoes, I'm stunning. So she never had to buy us new shoes, and we thought, that's a woman. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's also seriously kind and thoughtful. The amount of things that Mum does for us is ridiculous, and I know for all of you and everyone that she meets, she is such a kind person, Mum. You are so willing to help anybody and everybody, and I often say to you, if you weren't my mum, I would want to be your friend, 100%, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
We all would. We all would.
We all would.
I love you too. God, is that the end?
No.
Oh, that's not quick, stat.
Dan.
Mum has had a very interesting life, and she's consistently wise. From being a green stamp girl in London, to studying Italian, to running her own restaurant with Susie, ask them later if you didn't know that, to running her own B&B. If she decides to do it, she gets on with it and she does it. She's constantly wise in terms of her advice for us and her support in driving us to follow our dreams. On top of that, she's beautiful, sexy and sassy. Just ask any one of our male friends. I will quote one of my male friends before I met my lovely husband, wherever he may be.
Over there.
Marty. And I quote, if you parade your mum around long enough, you won't be single for long. One of Anna's male friends said, I wish she would give me a kiss every night, I'd have good dreams.
And by the way, when we told her that they'd said that, she was, oh, that is so cheeky and terrible. They were like, she said she was appalled, she was thrilled.
I'm finished.
So we're getting to the
Nearly.
end. Sorry. I did that. Sorry, I jumped ahead of it. We're good. We're summering up, Mum.
So to sum up, Mum has been a shining light in all of her roles in her life. We're thrilled to be her daughters and so very proud. She's loved by family and friends, I'm sure you will all agree. So we'd like you to raise your glasses to our mum, Kim. Happy birthday.
Kim!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kimbo! Woohoo!
Well done, Kim.
And now, before Mum speaks,
We'd like to introduce Susie, a lifelong friend of Mum's, who's written a poem for her.
a lifelong friend of Mum's and all of ours,
And all of
and who also helped everything today, set up everything today. So here's to Susie.
And yesterday.
Everything. What about a lifelong
Can you-
friend? But we slipped in.
Can you stand here so we can record you? Thanks, Susie.
20 years ago, I did a little ditty for Kim, and now it's her 70th. So here we go again. Just something I put together. There comes a time in all our lives when certain things don't matter, like whether X will marry Y and are we getting fatter? Like bloody Trump and Brexit, or is the ice cap melting? Like water, like water clean enough to drink, and hip hop to your liking. Like ozone layers and SPS and new electric cars, like Macca's, chips and KFCs, and now we've got to Mars. Like what's the latest colour that they're insisting that we wear, and do we really give a shit about how we wear our hair? Like what's the fastest this and what's the tallest that, and are we drinking too much wine and what will make us fat? Like does it matter how or when or where or what we eat if the boring so-and-sos are moving up the street? The things that are important now that weren't important then. Why can't I see as clearly as I did way back when? And how come I can't remember what I said a few mere seconds ago? And am I forgetting to remember things I really ought to know? But we won't forget tomorrow. It's a very special date. On the day, December 2, 1948, the person who's my dearest friend, and of course my closest mate, was born. And 70 years later, we're all here to celebrate. So, happy birthday, Kim. Good luck in all you do. And please remember, before I close, that everyone loves you. And you give so much to all of us and know just what to say. So do I. I love you, Kim.
Oh God, it's a hard act to follow. It is a very hard act to follow. I guess there's only one thing that I can say is thank you before I dissolve into tears. But what I would like to say is that I've learnt a lot in my life. Life is a journey. But one of the most important things in your life are friends and family. Sorry. And I can tell you that I've been blessed in my life. I have had amazing friends. From Jude, who came from London. We went to school together in Tasmania. What she's doing in London, I don't know, but anyway. And all those wonderful years. Judy, where are you? And sent, to people like Suze, who we've known for 20 years more, and Jan, Zebel and Jan Eggleshaw, who we've known for even longer than that. And then coming to the Highlands, I didn't know a soul. And Graham said, it's going to be fantastic. And I said, well, it probably will be, but I don't know anyone. And he said, well, you'll find a way. And hey, you guys, you guys, you are... and people used to say to me, you know what, do you know so-and-so? Have you met so-and-so? And I'd say, no, but I will. And they said, why do you think that? And I said, because you get to know everybody in the Highlands. But let me tell you, the best people in the Highlands are in this very room. And I absolutely have loved every minute of your support, your friendship, and your company. We've had so much fun. We have. And you know what? Here's to so much more fun. And thank you all for being here. And now, of course, I must say thank you to my children. And I talked about the importance of family before, but never more importantly in my life has it come home to me how special family is, and until recently. And my three girls, Kristen, Anna and Sophie, have been absolutely amazing. And so have Matt and Derek and everyone in our little family. We've just had the best time, haven't we? And you are so amazing. I'm so proud of you. You've grown into very beautiful and very intelligent and very successful women. And I am very proud I'm a proud old mother. Anyway, I'm just going to say, I love you all. And to Susie, amazing poem. You always come up with something incredible. In our life, we've had amazing experiences together. And I'd also like to say thank you to Susie for helping me with the food. She and I have done this many times, but she did most of it today because I was a bit of a mess. But anyway, and the other person I would like to say a special thank you to is Susie Campbell, who I believe, I don't know, but who was the instigator in organising the most beautiful present in the world, which comes from all of the gang, all of yous, and you know who you are. But I thank you so sincerely from my heart. And, you know, I might be 70, but here's to many more years of fun together.
Thank you. That's it. You can relax.